Good afternoon and welcome. My name is Sandra and welcome to my channel. So I'd like to do a quick video of just a new foundation that I purchased. It's not a foundation that is new to the market. It's actually something that's been around for a while. It's just that I've become aware that they've got some new shades in the range and I really wanted to try them out. So the foundation I am trying out today is from Maybelline and it's the Maybelline Fit Me Matte Poreless, and the shade I want to try is 362. Now, I think the last time I purchased one of these foundations, I think I purchased the ordinary one maybe. I think I might have purchased a matte one before, but I can't remember. I had to look back in my old videos to do this. But the shade I got was one of the shades they had before, which is I think might have been Cappucino or Mocha. That's the only shades that they had available at the time. I've looked on the site and they have expanded the shades out much more, so they've got much more deeper skin shades now. And I looked at the 362 and it looks like this shade I'm hoping is going to be a perfect match for my skin tone, because traditionally a lot of the high street foundations, particularly Maybelline, Revlon, all of those drugstore high street foundations, they tend to be either very red in undertone or they're very yellow in undertone, and I'm a very neutral undertoned person. Neutrals of olive, sometimes I can go towards yellow undertones, but I am a solid neutral undertone. So I'm really hoping that this is going to be a good skin shade for me. Let me read you a bit about the claims of this foundation and then we can go from there. So let's have a quick look, have a look at the website. So I've gone to the Boots website. So that's a typical high street drugstore in the UK for our American and overseas followers here. And they charge £5.99 for it in the UK. And it looks like there's a whole load of shades here. I'm not sure how many there is. Let's have a quick count. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 30. Looks like there's now 32 shades. And that's really good for a high street drugstore foundation, especially in this price range. And what they say about it is that Fit Me Matte and Poreless has been designed for normal to oily skin. Its blurring micro powders refines pores while shine is being absorbed for a natural matte finish. Fit Me Matte and Poreless foundation fits both skin and texture for natural finish and poreless looking skin. So, and they can say you could just apply it with your brush, sponge or your fingers. So I'm not doing a finger challenge again today. So let me just put this one on. So I've already cleansed and moisturized my skin. The primer I used is one I got again in a beauty box. I can't remember which beauty box. It might have been a pink parcel box we had a few months ago. So this is a Figs and Rouge primer, so I used that this morning. When I'm trying out foundations, I normally use my Becca Evermatte Poreless primer, but I'm not using that today because I want to see how mattifying this is. So let's put some of this on. I've already put on concealer. Concealer I used today was the one from Colourpop in the shade 54, I think it is, and this is the no filter concealer I bought in my Colourpop haul recently. So let's put some of this on. So it's no pump, it's just a squeezy tube, which is fine, it's not a problem. I'm going to put it straight on the brush. This is one of my favourite brushes. It's actually a Tarte brush and I actually really like it. Okay. That shade looks pretty good, doesn't it? Right. Okay, let me bring you in closer. This looks like it's going to be an absolute perfect shade match for me. I'm going to do one side of my face and then you can see what the shade match is like. That is what I call a shade match. Look at that, look at that. So this is the side with no foundation on. This is the side with one layer of foundation on. That is a perfect shade match. Yay! So this shade 362, they call it Truffle as well. Yeah, perfect. And it's cheap as well. So let me just do the rest of my face. I am very pleased with this shade match. I think it's absolutely perfect. Let me bring you out a little bit so you can see down my chest as well. You see that? That is a perfect match for my skin tone. So I'm really pleased with that. So let me, it's quite late in the afternoon when I'm putting this on. So let me just show you the time so I can come back later. There you go. So time now is coming up to 2:15. So I'll wear this for at least 4 hours, 5 hours, and I'll come back to you to show you how the foundation has worn. But I'm just going to finish the rest of my face now, take some photographs. I'll come back to you in about 4 hours time. But so far looking pretty good. All right, see you in a bit. Hello and good evening, welcome back. So I have been wearing the foundation for a good, what, 4.5 hours? I'll say 4.5 hours. Let me show you the time. Okay, so it's 7:15 now, and I think I put the foundation on about 2:15, or I finished applying the foundation about 2:15. So what's that? So that is 4.5 hours, isn't it, roughly? Anyway, so let's go through this foundation. So when I review a foundation, I use a system called TOPS, and the TOPS stands for transfer, oil control, performance, price, and the shade range available. So TOPS. So let's go through this, shall we? So when I do the transfer to see if the foundation transfers and to see how much oil my face has produced in the time I've been wearing a foundation, I always test it with blotting sheets. So the best foundations will use sort of like 2 blotting sheets, and the worst foundations will use 3+ blotting sheets. And these are the blotting sheets I use. Easily available, you can get these from anywhere. I mean, I bought these from Amazon, and I think they cost about £5 for them, and they're a lot of stages. So let's do the first thing, shall we? See what we've got going on here. I mean, as you can see, there is oil on my face. Okay, so that's sheet 1, and there's oil and foundation on there. Okay, right, so I think that's enough. I think 2 sheets is enough. So we got there 2 sheets there, so you can see lots of oil and lots of foundation transfer. So if I bring you in closer, you can have a quick look and see what the state of my face is like. It is a bit darker now, it's early evening, it's been a very cloudy day, but you can get a good idea of what's going on my face there. So as you can see, the foundation, there's been a little bit of fading on my forehead, and just general, it's just been gracefully, I would say, been fading. I've still got a bit of oil on my lower part of my face, haven't I? Right, okay, so there you go. Okay, so you can see that the foundation has sort of gently faded on my face, but not too much. It's done pretty well actually, but it has transferred and there was oil. So when I do the scores, I always mark out of 10. So if I go for transfer out of 10, definitely transfer on these sheets here, so as we can see. So I think I'm going to have to give this a good, I have to give this a 5 out of 10 because there was transfer. Actually, I'm not even going to give it a 5. I'm going to give it a 4.5 out of 10 for transfer because there was significant transfer there. For oil control, well, I was wearing the foundation for 4.5 hours. It did look good and there was no oil for a good sort of couple of hours, but then after 2 hours the oil started to come through and it really started to shine through in the last half hour or so. So there was oil production, and don't know how much worse it would have got if I'd worn this for my normal 7-8 hours, but there was definite oil production there. And as you can see on the sheets, there was quite a bit there too as well. So I think for oil control, probably not fantastic. So I think I'm going to give this maybe what, a 5.5 out of 10. I'll go with 5.5 out of 10. For performance, well, it blended out perfectly, it applied perfectly. It hasn't, I mean, it's fading now, but it's fading sort of gently all around my face, and I think it's probably most of the transfer which come off onto this really. There is no patchiness, there's no melting, you know, there's no separation. Let me use the mirror and have a proper look. I mean, overall it looks alright for on performance wise. It's just that the oil has come through, but I think overall it has performed pretty well. So I'm actually going to give this a 9 out of 10 for that, because it hasn't done too badly at all on the performance. On the price, well, it's only £5.99. And there's bound to be deals and stuff, usually in places like Boots and Superdrug, because they're great. Let me bring you back, because I'm really close. Too close. There you go, that's better. Right, so yeah, places like Boots and Superdrug, they're always doing deals. It'll be things like buy two get one free, buy one get second half price, that sort of thing. There's always some sort of deal going on with these kind of brands. So £5.99 is a fantastic price. I'm not going to argue about that price at all. It's probably one of the best prices I've seen for quite a while actually. So for price, I'm actually going to give it a 10 out of 10, because it's, no, you can't argue with £5.99, can you? And for shades, well, there's 32 shades now. For a high street drugstore foundation, even for any foundation actually, 32 shades is good. And as you saw my application, the shade was absolutely perfect. It turns out, it seems like the shade I got, 362, is the deepest shade, which kind of does worry me a little bit. I mean, again, I don't know if that's how they've just presented it on the charts or what, but it seems like 362 is the deepest shade. I'm certainly not the deepest skin tone you can get. So great that there's more shades, but it looks like they could probably put another 6 to 8 shades on top of that to cover some of those deeper skin shades. I don't know what it's like on the other spectrum, but I do wonder if they haven't got the really deep skin shades. I wonder if they've got the really light fair skin shades as well. So whereas I'm really pleased that that shade 362 is a perfect match for me, being the deepest, that does concern me. So for that reason, I'm actually going to not give them a 10. So I'm probably going to give them an 8. 32 shades is still a really good range of shades. And they seem to have considered undertones as well. But it's one of those things where you're going to have to try it out in store if you can, to swatch it on your skin to see if the skin tone is right for you, because there's no description on the Maybelline website or on the Boots or Superdrug website, so you're going to have to try it out for yourself to find out. But if you are in one of the lighter, the fairer skin shades, let me know. So if you're one of those people who normally wear the palest shades, can you find a match in that? Let everybody know, because it would be useful for other people to know, especially at this price, £5.99. It's, no, you can't really go too wrong for that, can you? So I think overall, for a high street drugstore foundation, hey, it's all good. Good for everyday wear. Probably not something I'd want to wear in the summer because it is warm and I sweat and I've got my oil production. But as a winter foundation, that's a perfect foundation for me. But I wonder if I'd need a lighter shade, because I do tend to get a little bit darker in the summer months because I do spend a lot of time outside. But yeah, overall, I think it's a good foundation. Let me know what you think. But before I go, just to remind you, so I've got a couple of giveaways that are closed now. So the giveaway I had for the hair gels, so it was the Eco Gel and for the Aunt Jackie's Don't Shrink Gel, that has been won by Night Nurse 2. That's how she's known on YouTube, and she's known as Bohemian Curls on Instagram. So she's won that, and it's already on its way to her. The package is already on its way to her, so congratulations. And the ASOS April Beauty Box, well, I did pick out a winner. It's someone who is subscribed, but the winner that was chosen by the app generator was Kelly Collins. So Kelly Collins, but I haven't heard from her as yet. So if I don't hear anything by the end of this evening, so midnight tonight, then I will get another name picked out from the app generator and I will post the winner on Instagram. So you do need to be subscribed to me, following me on Instagram, as well as being subscribed to me on YouTube. And I do check. So if I don't hear from Kelly, that's what I'll be doing. Okay, so, and then I've got my next giveaway. So the next giveaways I've got is 950 subscriber giveaway, and that is the LOE Ultra Lip Satin Liquid Lip as well, so you know. So that's for the 950 subscribers. Simple. All you have to do is to be subscribed to my channel and follow me on Instagram. That's all you've got to do. You don't have to put in a comment or anything like that. Just be one of those two things and I'll pick out a winner from there. Okay, right, that is it. Thank you very much. Thank you for all your support, and I will probably see you over this weekend, because I think I'm going to be doing a couple of videos over this weekend. Take care. See you soon. Bye.